The church that we picked for the Burr Municipal District is called Kilmurry, and it's outside Shinrone. From inquiries that we've made, we can't find anywhere else in Ireland that has this extraordinary sense of arrival when you come there to see this iron, surround fence and this coffin stand.
The medieval church ruins of Kilmurry in the parish of Kilmurry is in a beautiful location. Large trees surround the site and it is close to an ancient bog road. But this site also has some truly unique features, and the locals who tend to it appreciate the site for all that it offers.
As a result of its untouched nature, it in fact encourages you to go and explore it because it's unmowed and unkept. And you actually learn a huge amount about the area by simply reading the gravestones and who's buried here and where they're from. And sometimes you can see the tragedy and the celebrations of life all wrapped up. People that lived into ripe old age and other children that never made it past a couple of months. It's a real kind of window on society for the last 300-400 years.
Oh, I think it's very peaceful. I love it here. It's really peaceful. I think it's a really peaceful place. Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's a really special place, and these are all very spiritual sites in a way. These sites, obviously, they're all dating back to at least the Anglo-Norman period. At least the 12th century. Some are a little later. Some of them may have even been built on early Christian sites.
These features at Kilmurry really make it stand out.
What's really spectacularly interesting here is that there is a wrought iron coffin stand. So a coffin stand or coffin rest was, you do again see them in graveyards, and they're often stone. So you'd often see in the stone boundary wall maybe a dipped stone where the coffin was rested. It's a really lovely structure, and we haven't been able to locate another one in Ireland of its kind.
A particularly interesting feature of the church is that there's what's called locally a headache stone. It's been incorporated into the south wall of the church, and it's still actively, the community groups still actively participate in prayer, and they attend the site and leave what we would call votive offerings, but they leave offerings to the site, hopefully that someone would bring them good luck.
I came up with somebody one time, there's a headache stone here in the wall of the old church, and he didn't want to come up on his own, so I came up along with him, and he says it cured him.
It's great to have you here tonight, the people who love and look after this special place.
Fiona McGowan, the ecologist on the Just Transition project, spearheaded formulating the biodiversity plans for all the church sites.
Tonight we've been looking at kind of the grassland management. So all of the 6 graveyards that we're looking at, all of them, obviously grassland is their main habitat. And that can be managed to maximise the plant species that are there. And then if you have the most number of plant species, then that in turn is going to lead on to more insects, which in turn will lead to more birds, mammals, so it all kind of works its way up. If you're trying to maximise the biodiversity in an area, it does need a little bit of management, light touch management as we call it. So here we're actually talking about mowing the grass, cutting the grass a little bit more regularly, and then very importantly lifting those cuttings off. It's kind of trying to mimic the old hay meadows.
The work being carried out to preserve and protect the church has been a real success, and it means that this place can survive longer into the future, with a name that reaches back to the earliest times.
So Kilmurry Ely, the Ely part is from the sub-kingdom, the Gaelic sub-kingdom of Eli O'Carroll, as it's anglicised as. It has all the hallmarks of an early Christian monastic site.
I don't know. I think it's just off the beaten track. I think, and people, it is unusual, okay, and like the railing around it even, it's in good enough shape for its age, I suppose, and the coffin, the table there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that that's held its place in time, you know.
This Just Transition project will ensure the community involvement and pilgrimage to here can continue for many years to come.